Na pia nataka kusema pole kama ilimkasirisha. Sisi hakuna beef iko hapo.
Yeah. So you apologize in case alikasirika.
Yeah.
Hello, good people. Welcome to SPM Buzz. My name is Shiko Gito. As you can see, we are coming to you from SPM Buzz headquarters, SPM Buzz Studios. And I am here with an award-winning songwriter, artist, our very own.
Nichoche.
Lazima. Bensoul. Vipi?
Sasa Shiko kwaje?
Mimi niko salama.
Mimi niko poa kabisa. I'm chilling. A bit sleepy, but we conquer, we move on.
You know, you have to tell them why you're sleepy.
Yeah, I was in the studio the whole night into the morning. Nimeonja kama maybe 2 hours ya usingizi. And then came straight to the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe what's coming since you're in studio almost the whole night?
Well, I'm actually not even like working on something specific.
Yeah.
I'm just planting seeds. And keep on planting them every single day. And now we wait for the results. But the songs are really, really amazing. Yesterday I was working with a producer called JL from Malawi. And we've been making bangers every week. Every week, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And then maybe I'm going to later on compile them into an album. Lakini for now, we deal with singles.
Nitakuja kuuliza hiyo swali. But allow me to ask you this. How many, like ukiangalia, how many unreleased songs do you have?
Yo.
You probably don't have a number.
I don't even have a number, but there are a lot. Like kama tu last week tulitengeneza kama 5 songs. This week nimeanza Monday nilikuwa studio, Tuesday jana nilikuwa studio.
Yeah.
And najua pia nitaenda studio baadaye because I have a session with BN today.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, you know, in another world we'll call this like an addiction. You have like that studio addiction, always working on something.
Nikikosa kwa studio, I always feel ni kama nimegonjeka type of way, but it's a good addiction. And whenever we're in the studio, actually, it doesn't feel like we're working. Feeling ni kama tuko kwa bash.
Siku inaisha kama ujenge studio?
Zingine zinaishanga. Unajua, as human beings tunakwanga yani tumewayariwa in a crazy way. There are some days zenye kunakwanga uko na hiyo mojo, and there are some days your juice inapotea. So kuna masiku zingine naamkanga, naamsha kichwa hivi nasikia si leo nasema we try another day. Yeah.
Now, for example, you've been in studio close to the whole night. Allow me to ask you this. What is that one thing that keeps you like, twende, let's go try something new. Let's go produce something new. What is that one thing that pushes you to that extent?
Poverty.
Jamani, Bensoul unajua ulitusomea count 3. 1 with 1.5, that was last year.
Ni juu siwezi rudi.
Yeah.
Penye nilikuwa na siwezi stop. So hiyo uoga tu ya kukosa kwenye nilikuwa. Inabidi umeamka. Alafu pia hizi majiwago hazitajinunua. Lazima uamke manzo grind, uzipigie. It's insane. But I feel like it's super fulfilling kuifanya alafu it makes sense.
I feel like this interview nimeanza katikati, but since tushaanza wacha tuende hivyo, si ndio? Now you've mentioned about maybe like one thing that pushes you to do that is poverty. Huwezi taka kurudi.
Siwezi rudi kwenye nilikuwa kitambo. Maisha yake yale nilitoka.
You know, there was a time I was listening to the podcast with Phil. I heard you mention kuna wakati like you had a challenge with managing funds. Kitambo, that was when you're maybe still new in the industry. Could you say that could be one of maybe you? Do you have like a worst moment where you feel like ulikuwa na kidogo hata ujui zimeendaje?
Hii ina happeningi. Mimi nimeshazoea. Nimerudi zero mara mob. So I'm never like afraid of that in any kind of way, but I'm glad this time niko na management poa. Yenye pesa yetu manzetu inaimanage vizuri sana. We're investing back in the business. We're managing like the whole company in a beautiful way na ina make sense, inatulipa vizuri. Yeah.
Now mmetuangushia pale hivyo wimbo mzuri sana together with vijana barubaru.
Wewe imekuguza.
Jamani, look, have you seen the numbers on TikTok?
I love that. They're going up in a crazy way.
Yeah, like I have met a couple of people. I think over the weekend I met like 3 who are like, especially after the Big Six round table.
Yeah.
They're like, this is now like my favorite song.
All right.
Hebu tuambie labda vijana barubaru mlipatana wapi mara ya kwanza?
Vijana barubaru.
Yeah.
The first time I ever actually met them, tulikuwa Sauti Academy. I remember there were some classes way after mimi nilikuwa Sauti Academy. And I've actually ever been in a class yenye nilikuwa nawafunza songwriting.
Walai?
Yeah.
When was this?
Kitambo kama 2015 huko.
Wow.
Yeah, and then now later on now venye sasa they have become big and all that, and also like they sing really amazing songs. So venye anyway wasanii wanakuanga na hii kitu ya tunaambiananga, we nitakutafuta tutafutane. Finally tulitafutana. And then on that day we made this beautiful love song yenye manzea ni hiyo kautamu fulani, ni kautamu fulani for real. And the reason why tuliitaka kautamu fulani ni juu I wanted to write like a very beautiful Swahili love song. Na ya kuonyesha na hiyo utamu wa Kiswahili, kwa sababu kuna vitu zingine when you express them in English hazita slap the same way zenye na express na Kiswahili. So I'm grateful kwanza actually walikubali kukuja na kurukia wimbo wenyewe. And manzi, we've made bangers. Na si hiyo moja, like we've been writing other songs together with them. And hopefully zitatoka, and maybe tunaweza hata wapea EP, lakini for now enjoy ni kautamu fulani. Tunaweza ngoja EP. Most probably itakame, because every time I meet up with them we write a different song. Now
I will be unfair if we can't like have tuonje tu kadogo ya utamu fulani.
Nimeguzwa mahali na kautamu fulani, na kama ni wewe ongeza mpaka nilewe, utulivu wa bahari, kautamu fulani, na kama ni wewe ongeza mpaka nilewe. Msanii kama studio.
Msanii But anyway, that was sincerely that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was so beautiful. Leo Bensoul, nataka maybe utupeleke because I understand you're also a songwriter. The process of like what exactly do you do before writing a song, like the whole process to kwa ufupi tu.
I think most of the times the easiest way to write is actually coming up with a melody, and then sometimes filling it up with words. Ama the most pure one inakwanga concept inakaa, yani unafikiria unataka kuandikia either love, hate, ama unataka kuandikia mechi, unataka kuandikia nini. And then now from there on now unaanza kuangalia different perspectives, and then it grows from there on to now arranging the ideas that you have, and now finding the perfect flow to express it.
Do you have like the weirdest, maybe, I don't want to say like a place, but a concept yenye ushaipata, weirdest concept that ulifanya ngoma and it was like watu wakaikubali?
Kama Nairobi for sure ilikuwa crazy, because even at that time guys never used to sing such truthful songs. So hiyo ilikuwa one of the songs zenye ili change hizo perspectives za kuandika rumba na in a super semi cringe, in a super honest way yenye wase wengine hawataki kusikia, but that's the art.
So great. Now let's talk about
kuna ingine yenye nakaa inaitwa bwana ofisi. Uko na bwana ofisi?
Reminds me, I saw a meme, by the way. Ati people say AI will take your job. Ati I'm waiting to see AI have an affair with them. maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So
Wanaweza tengeneza siku hizi Illuminati na
so kuna bwana wa ofisi it's coming.
Bwana wa ofisi.
When?
I don't know when itakam, lakini nili record juzi.
Wow.
Bibi yako kama ako missing. Anakula bwana wa ofisi.
I can't really wait to have that one because mamu atandike na ukweli bado.
Maze. Juu hapa hivi SPM basi.
Nataka kusema nini?
Hapa SPM basi. Naogopa.
Tutolee tuone kama we can relate, but anyway. Now talking about the industry, of course you've been in this industry for quite a time. You have done amazing songs, watu wamekubali art yako. What would you say, because a lot has been said about the music industry, what would you consider like will be the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge in this industry, I just feel like we just kind of lack a certain unity. Yeah, we still lack that kind of unity. Most of the artists, instead of seeing your project as another Kenyan artist who's trying to like uplift the Kenyan industry, most of them, they see you as a competition. So most of them try to tear you down instead of lifting you up.
Is it something that you have gone through maybe even at where you are right now?
Happeningi lakini na mimi now I lead with love. Like kama for example hiyo day yenye nili-release song yangu, there were so many other projects zenye zilitokea, and I made sure kwanza hizo nimezipost pia kwa page yangu.
I know,
kwa sababu that's how we're gonna grow, if we maintain certain unity, and then also wase kukuja kusupportiana whenever, like even when we are outside, like for example like BN has a show maybe in London. I feel like what other industries do, what has made it like so different is if kama msanii kama BN akona show London, like kama 5 artists wanajitolea tu, yani kila mtu anajilipia, tunafika huko hivi, tuna perform, next time itakuwa ni wewe. This time ulikuwa umepeleka BN, next time ni wewe utakuwa unajipeleka. So that unity, we actually need it a lot. And then also our systems manzi zimekuwa tu zikitufinya kutoka kitambo, but there's a lot of money outside, so wasanii tu wafungwe tu macho za huko nje.
You know, you mentioned something about unity, and it reminds me the other day, the OG kwa nasema jamani anatoa Kalikatel 5
wasana mwambia ni kali na wapost.
Probably the same thing. I don't know whether you will give us, because there was a time still on the podcast with Phil, that time I had you say that there was a time maybe before you had that, like your name was a name in this country, watu ukiwapea dio fulani they were like, we uwezi ni advice.
Kuna wasanii walikuwa wanakuanga hivyo.
I don't know whether you have like a low moment where you are told something and you are like, oh my goodness.
Kulikuwa na hiyo moment kama for example tulikuwa Safaricom live. I was like a performance coach. Kuna sasa wasanii wengine walikuwa wanaingia manzi akona kiburi. Anasema wewe huwezi mwambia chochote, wewe si msanii. But at the end of your like at the end of the last show, we did like 5 shows around Kenya. Walituliza kila mtu anataka kurudi, like the next twice unataka urudi ukiwa aje. Nikamwambia nakuja nikuwa msanii this time. Mentesa sana.
Utaki ku advise watu anakuambia hizo advice.
Lakini sasa saizi niko sure wakipanga kuweka tena. Wakinikosa kwa lineup no wanajikosea.
Inabako. All right. Now you've mentioned about unity, and allow me to put you on the spot. It's time. Talking about unity. You know, last year, you know, you said something, a lot of people talked, and you also had fans of Otile Brown who are like, hey, jamani, why? You know, you said he is overrated. Hapo feel pia unity nakosa kuingia?
Unity bado iko hapo kwa sababu saa zingine ukiambia mtu ukweli, inadepend ukweli mtu ataichukua design gani. And sasa hakuna beef yote yenye iko hapo like around it. It's just that tulisema kesho tulisema
You know,
na we still stand by it. And that's it.
later on, he said like you guys are just kind of, what's the word? I'm looking for the exact word alitumia but nikaskumbuki. But he said it's like you guys are attached to him, like hamwezi kosa kumuongelelea. We didn't get to hear from you.
Sasa sisi unajua sisi sasa kama sasa si ati tunamuongelelea ati ati juu ati there's anything around it. Ni venye yeye kwanza alianza kuattack ndugu yetu. Na sasa ikabidi tumeretaliate, but hakuna beef iko hapo 100%. Mimi I still bado respect him as an artist kwa sababu when it comes to milestones amezi overcome mob sana. Na ni one of the artists wenye amefanya vitu mob zenye ni amazing sana. So apart from that, mi hakuna beef yenye iko hapo.
By any chance ameingia DM?
Nah.
For real?
Yeah.
Would you want maybe to look for him?
Definitely. If you'd be open, for sure. Mimi siwezi kuwa na shida.
Yeah. Labda ukimtafuta labda what will be like your main objective? Maybe taka kumwambia nini? Labda pia ni collabo, shtue watu huku nje.
Yeah, maybe actually even creating together ndio. Aone process yenye si tunatumianga. Maybe inaweza pia learn something kutoka kwa process yake. So you never know.
I pray and I hope that happens. Because either, we are all in this process learning
100%, every day.
All right, now 4:20.
Na pia nataka kusema pole kama ilimkasirisha. Sisi hakuna beef iko hapo.
So you apologize in case alikasirika. All right, I hope he finds it well. It finds him well.
Takuwa tu sawa.
All right, let's talk about your show that is coming up.
Yes.
20th of April.
Naicheki.
Sudah Nation. Are you guys ready?
Manze, tuko na show on 420 April 20th. Ni Easter Sunday. Itakuwa pale Mass House. Tickets ziko about to sell out, so naturouza tickets kwa gate, so wasema zo chukue tickets ziko hapo tokea.com. I've prepared like a beautiful show. I'm actually even going for rehearsals after this. Na band yangu yani itakuwa tamu, yani itakuwa ingine yani beautiful sana. And pia itamark another like another now like step as Sudah Nation now, because it's fully funded by us, mimi na timu yangu. Na but itakuwa super amazing.
Do we expect maybe other artists to join you, or it will be pure?
Yes. Kuna sasa si surprise act. Kuna wasanii wenye watanifungulia, some really strong artists. Afu kuna wasanii pia nitaleta during my performance, some surprise acts. Itakuwa beautiful sana. Alafu pia the whole gang ya Konang Clan itakuwa pale ndani.
Tutaenda kuzungumzia hapo kwa Konang. But before that, I don't know whether you're in position to mention a couple of names that will be performing during the show.
Well, obviously mse kama BN for sure.
Aizikosa.
Lazima apige hiyo extra pressure tutakuandika bure.
I know.
Nimekubook. And kama venye nimesema wasi wangu wa Konang. And many other. Kuna afu pia I'm gonna be singing even some new songs zenye wasi hawajasikia, so I'm excited about that. Alafu pia kautamu fulani hiyo siku tunaimba kama kwaya. Nataka nikiinua mkono hivi unashikilia yako na unainua.
I feel to the core. And one thing I know for sure, every time you see Bensoul on stage, you can't regret. Hata kama umetoa hela ngapi, huwezi regret, because for sure you'll feel the moment. Now, let's talk about Konang Clan. How has it been for you? I've seen a couple of people mention, I don't know whether it's hard now. We have Bensoul, of course, we have big names still in there, whole brands, and then there's Konang Clan. Is it hard maybe balancing the two?
Well, it's not actually hard because first of all, like, we are a group of really mature and really amazing musicians and really amazing humans. Yenye nikifika ni kupatana for rehearsals, tunapatana sote vizuri sana. We've been having amazing meetings, and everyone, I feel like we have a very healthy competition yenye ina happen around us, yenye kila mse ana push project yake be crazy, and we push each other in a beautiful way. So it's a nice community that's actually working so nice and cohesively when it comes to how each brand is growing in its own way.
How did you guys maybe come up with the whole idea of teaming up, forming Konang Clan?
Well, I've been in situations where I always have like certain brothers around me. Ever since I started working with Had the Band. Then after Had the Band, I went to Soul Generation. Nakumbuka tulikuanga na kina Nviri, akina BN. So after when I left Soul Generation, I felt kind of a bit lonely, and I needed like guys that I can like rely on, guys that I can actually be calling to my studio and wanakuja wananipigia ma vocals na nini. So I suggested like we create like ni kama chama. Alafu tupatane tutengeneze album moja yenye inaweza represent Kenyan music in a beautiful way. And when we met to Kisumu, tulieka camp Kisumu. Whoever made it there made it to Konang Clan.
So
kila mse alikuwa anajileta. So whoever made it to Kisumu hiyo time aliingia kwa Konang Clan instantly.
Kwa hivyo kuna watu wenye walikuwa in the plan lakini hawakufika Kisumu.
Kuna watu wenye tulikuwa tumetumia invite but hawakukam.
Na hivyo ndo chance iliwapita.
I don't think iliwapita, ni whoever unajua ni kama mwenye ako hapa kwa hiyo table ndo atakula. Wewe wengine afu pia ni mipango tu za Mungu. And hopefully pia Konang ita grow into something different. Ni community yenye pia iko closed off, ni yenye we are just trying to like raise amazing musicians from Kenya.
And so the whole idea was yours.
The idea of coming together as a unit was mine.
How has been the journey so far? How would you describe it?
It's been beautiful, man. Yani uko surrounded with such greatness, you can never go wrong. And I learn a lot from them. They learn also from me. And that healthy competition that I'm saying, manze, that's why unanipata niko studio the whole week, kwa sababu nikilala 1 week napata walitengeneza ngoma 55.
Umeacha nyuma sasa.
Manze,
Niko ulilala class.
But as a leader, sasa mimi sasa ndio wanapatanga wakikuja na zao 55 niko na 100.
Oh, great. Now this year you had some shows in Australia,
I had a tour. I had my first tour in Australia. Such a beautiful time.
Jamani, because for the longest time, I don't know, I would say like of late ndo tumeweza kuona Kenyan artists wakifanya shows internationally. Maybe you can tell us your experience, maybe if there was any challenge, something you learned from it that you're going to work on in your next tour, things like that.
I feel like what I really learned with my Australian tour was like God's timing ni yake tu, because I remember initially I was supposed to go in December, and then visa watu wa visa wakadelay tukav kupushio to January. And then January sasa venye ili happen in such a divine way yenye we ended up even adding more shows in the big cities like Sydney. I did 2 shows, Melbourne 2 shows, Perth 2 shows, and mafans walikuwa wanatokea wanaimba, yani they sing their hearts out. And I got to see it, like I even have like fans from different races wenye I don't even know if they understand Swahili, but ever since they came across my music and they heard that I was going to Australia, some of them came from New Zealand, wengine walikuwa wamekuja sijui wapi. I was like, wow, yani there's power in just pouring out any good energy and good vibes in the songs.
Allow me to ask you this. Before now the tours, I don't know whether what exactly was going through your mind?
First of all, inakwanga like now getting ready for it, because it's tiring. Nakumbuka tulifly flights kama ngapi hiyo period? It's got more than that.
More than 7.
A lot of flights zenye zingine sasa za 5 hours, zingine za nini, unalala unalala kwa ndege, unaamsha umepelekwa show straight.
What?
Yeah, so you have to be like super healthy and you have to be mentally strong because there are moments zenye saa zingine zinajaribu tu kukufrustrate.
Yeah.
Na kama mind yako iko strong enough, most of them end up crashing ama most of them end up like not doing certain shows. Lakini I'm glad mi na Lingba tulilima. Tulienda hizo zote. We were not late at any single point and hatukuharibu any show zote zilikuwa super amazing.
Yeah, despite the fatigue nini.
Kwanza venye and then also hiyo traveling ya kwenda huko Australia. Kama 24 hours of uko tu kwa hizo makelele za ndege, halafu unafika hivi straight to the show. Yo,
Hapa wanasema kama si passion kidogo.
hapo kama si passion manze utazembea. Yeah.
All right.
But I love actually traveling like outside, especially like those developed countries.
Yeah.
Zinakufunza so much discipline. Kama nilirudi huku nikafeel mazee wase huku hivi ni wazembe. Ni wazembe huku hivi wase, kwa sababu ukiangalia a typical person, maybe kama dem kama wewe.
Yeah.
Anawaka jobs kama 3 per day. Yeah. Crazy.
Kutasema
huku hivi watu wanakata watu wanakata maji weekend pekee. Si huku.
Weekday inaweza kuwa weekend.
Hata saa hizi inaweza pigwa shot.
From anywhere.
Manze.
All right. Great. Yenyewe hapo sincerely I would say yenyewe kama si passion kidogo unaachana.
Kama si passion inabidi tu hapo utawezana. Yeah, but it was so good. Eye opening, taught me a lot of things. And I'm grateful for the Kenyan community that iko huko hivi Australia. They held me down in a beautiful way. Sikukosa chochote. Watu wangu wa dawa waliniletea dawa, yani nilikuwa napigwa dawa kila asubuhi. Yani it was so beautiful. Mashallah.
Watu wako wa dawa. If you know, you know, yeah?
Mafundi wangu yani wako job.
Great. Awesome. And now this is 2025.
Yeah.
Already next week you have the
show. Yeah.
What next? I don't know. Kama hii mwaka pia unatuachia album. You know, the last time you had the biggest...
The party and the after party. Now ililipuka.
Yeah, for sure. Hapo naye will put in your soul, your heart, your mind, everything.
Well, this year I'm trying to like push independent songs, like singles sana.
Yeah.
Ndio nizipatie like even an extra push like in terms of my career. I felt like last year venye nilitoa album, kuna songs zingine zilidrown, songs zenye zilikuwa even so amazing.
Yeah.
So this year nawatolea moja. Saka utamu fulani ndio imeanza.
Yeah.
Expect ingine for 20. Expect ingine next month. Hivyo yani tukienda tuko ready.
How about tours? I don't know whether you have any.
I'm manifesting a US tour.
Yeah.
Manzani Trump tafadhali nipatie visa please.
Tukipata
visa hivi we're already working on the visa. And then a Europe tour and hopefully like join BN kwa some of the shows za huko za Europe. And then asa pia a proper East African tour. Yeah.
Okay, there's something you've mentioned and I feel like that would be so amazing.
Yeah.
Joining your fellow artist, maybe performing elsewhere.
Hata last time nilimjoin London. Ilikuwa poa sana. So tutarudi tena.
Jamani. That's exactly what we really need in this industry. We tuache kuona each other kama competitors.
Manze. And that's why napenda huyo jamaa huyo BN. He knows how to lay down a red carpet for us wherever he goes. Anaendanga na put in even some amazing words for us. Na walai kama siye walai kuna vitu mob singewahi achieve.
And
so,
I believe that's
big
why.
up.
Pia I believe he's also getting something out. Like God pia na bless out of.
Out of the goodness of his heart.
As we wind up, maybe you can mention where we can get the tickets for next week.
Yes, tickets ziko apotokea.com. Sasa ziko 3K. Ukipitisha hivi, zinaenda zikipanda. Ukipitisha hivi wiki. Utapata zilipanda. Na hiyo ni shida yako. So wewe tupatane kwa show. I am ready. Na tayarisha lungs.
So
Yeah.
guys, if ukiona tickets zinaenda zikipanda, then that means people are getting their tickets.
Yeah.
Remember to get your tickets as early as now. Fika
Yeah.
pale hivyo, wamesema masaa ni 4:20.
The link is on my
4:20.
bio,
Yeah.
actually, on all my pages. Utapata hiyo link ya kununua tiko.
Najua ni mmoja ama wawili, hebu wape hiyo socials.
Bensoul,
Yeah.
Bensoul, Bensoul music, everywhere. Yeah, utanipata.
Go get your ticket as early as today. Nadhani hata umechelewa, lakini hataki kukwambia umechelewa. Go get your ticket because zinaenda zikipanda na uchumi ni ile ile. So go get your ticket as early.
And the good thing about your siku ni Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
So Monday hakuna job.
Yeah.
Umefurahia.
Watu wakuja jibambe hadi 4:20.
Manze,
Bila woga.
tukuje manze tufanane na the most high. Kulipua.
Ndio maana ni 4:20, sivyo? Alright. Bensoul, thank you so much for your time. And I'll tell you this sincerely. This is from me, not because you've been a guest here. You're doing an amazing job.
Asante.
Good job. The vibe is on top. The Big Six Roundtable, we really enjoyed. There's also an event ulikuwa pale hivyo ya Safaricom. I personally thank God you square a job. So I got to feel the vibe fully. I came there for the vibe.
Napenda.
Yeah.
So no bibi wa office.
Tunangoja. Thank you so much Bensoul for your time. Wish you the very best. On Sunday tutakuwa kwenye ground, sindio?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, remember you can find us on all platforms at SPMBuzzKE. Find me too at I_Shiko Gitao. Bye bye.
SPM Buzz.